world-building concept like Massive Bad Boy or Bucchigire is a very interesting concept about the Christian science. So of the guild of the religion of the every area or kind of religion, and so stuff about there's Susuran, who is the monk in one of the Shinsengumi, has been in the grip of like Christian stuff of like and gotten pursued out, and contrast to the two character, which is Susuran and Sogen, which is the science and the which is the science technical lexical thinking as a type of real impressionistic thinking. These two together have their own belief of soul and stuff, and so they have different way of living, yet they are, you know, compelling to each other. If I would exaggerate, I say Suzuran is compelled to is attract to Sogen more, I think, because of his intuitions and stuff. But like this two get along, and so well, these ideas is real interesting. There's also discussions between Sogen and the Suzuran. Story did escalate of substitute so evil of villain Rashomata contrast with the substitute of Shinsengumi, and the so philosophy of Suzuran belief that so they exist and live chill. While on the other hand, Sogen is like science type of thing, so mechanics Sogen Suzuran led to so thought these two characters kind of interesting opposite, well, having the not opposite way of thinking, but different, distinct way of thinking. But so is weight. So is also in think that so is wage. While is wage and those kind of stuff, and while Ciceron just doesn't care about it. Just like so the existence, he just believe it. He just trusts it, and that's all. And I like the way that Ciceron live more, if I were to be honest. But other than that, the I'm sorry, but the dynamic based idea, could you call it, concept of placing stuff in this anime is charming, but the problem lies in the storytelling that extremely is linear. Of course, the stereotype I think getting better in later episode, but I'm not expecting any more, as I already expecting in the first episode, and I am a fail horribly, as you can see. So this anime, if I would recommend you to watch it, no, absolutely not watch it. I not that absolutely not watch it, but I don't recommend to watch it because, well, it's extremely linear one, and well, there is real interesting concept. Isn't it will annoy you and isn't put to use. That's too. Like there is always a lost potential that I see in the anime, that I always see an interesting concept, but it's not lost potential because it's a reality that it isn't put to use. If lost potential really is the anime that I feel that it just fix, it doesn't have to improve anything, it just fix it a little bits of it, like Sinabesu, just the end of it, just fix, like just make Sinabesus go on, but like these kind of anime are, I think, lost potential because it already did good the whole show and ended it with just a little bits, like I don't know. And this anime is not lost potential because it doesn't have any potential anyway, because of the, you know, what it do, what idea of it does on the screen. It could only be this way, and so it can be fixed because of the power of the skills of the writers, and I'm not blaming it. Like, it will be a really short review. I really want to review this anime more, but there really is not anything I could review it. And so, what could I review? Like, right now, this the end. This is the end of the video. There's be no more, meat or uh really important analogies. But like, what could I review? It's just like the whole the whole anime just roam around without the people roam around type of having the villain like type of the technical fantasy type of the people of the fighting the demon sword without any really interesting villain like that, and really interesting uh tabi or traveling stuff. It's just like Naruto, where it's just like Naruto in terms of like this the ideas, the base idea, this, but in terms of the story, and a lot similar in terms of the story, but it doesn't go out. It doesn't have the villain. It just roam around and have some kinds of the concept, interesting concept about so and stuff. But why do we need this concept? Well, because the story does not mean anything to me anyway. So what could this kind of concept of the science and so do? Even how good it would be, even like what good wording would be, what good um writing. Oh, not what good wording, what good concept could be, because at last you could not use it in your anime. Anime is not just like one thing. It's just not like I'm not basing anime on just the idea of it. Is it the idea, the style, the animations? I also, if like one thing about that anime is wrong, there could not be anything wrong with idea, I suppose. But if like animation is wrong, I'm like animation is wrong, I could say that it's that anime also. I also give also not like this that anime than the anime that has more uh better animation and the mediocre story. But the story in the anime, the progressions in the anime is wrong. There's not really anything that you could make up with that, because well, it's the most important thing. Anime is progressing based on the progressions. And so when it comes to these uh when it comes to Bucchigire, I find that the story is extremely linear, but the style of the animations, another thing, directing idea, concept, freshly progressions, not originality, not cliche, and characters interaction, character depth, story depth, this kind of thing. Uh, but all of that, if it's one thing that is wrong with the anime, then it anime needs to functions in all of the basics of it. If it's fail one of the thing, it will decreases a lot of the enjoyment of the anime that I've watched. For example, I'll give you an example like Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is the anime that did good on the basics structure. I'm not spoiled because I already not watched it into season 3 and 4. I don't remember. I just rewatch it again. in a short period of time. But like it depends on like Attack on Titan. You have the style of animation, you have directing, you have the character depth, you have the depth of the story, you have the progressions of the story, you have the uh, animation, you have everything in Attack on Titan basics, and also adapting it onto the next level. That's Attack on Titan for you. And when it comes to the Kimetsu no Yaiba, you also have the basics, the plot. Also, it's really linear, but it also being kind of okay, if I would say. It's not that depth. Like the depth of the story probably is a problem, but it is not the core concept, the core basics of the anime about the progressions of the story, the animations, the ideas, the basics. Kimetsu no Yaiba did good in terms of as one of the anime. But Bucchigire compares to Kimetsu no Yaiba, compared to uh, Naruto, compared to a lot of the shonen. I suppose I don't watch a lot of shonen. You could like angry at me for not for talking about it and not knowing it enough, but like compared to what I know about Naruto, about the Kimetsu no Yaiba, it feels like these anime are anime that has, compared to it, the progressions of the Bucchigire. Yes, the animations of Bucchigire is stylish, is they stylized, they good anime, but when it comes to even if the ideas, if even if the story progressings, plot and stuff, it couldn't compare to those two anime of Kimetsu no Yaiba. Even if Kimetsu no Yaiba is linear, it's still having the kind of the really linear, but also being kind of thrilling, kind of fun progressions. While in the Bucchigire, it is while in the Bucchigire it is not as good animations. If it's my eyes, not others. Is it if it's only me? I feel like the animation. I like the animations of Bucchigire more than Kimetsu no Yaiba in terms of the animations. It's kind of fighting each other, like. But in terms of effect, fighting scenes and stuff, Kimetsu no Yaiba obviously did better, and those kind of storytelling linear, but not lackluster in character depth in the story like Bucchigire does. So I think that so at the end, Kimetsu no Yaiba is still better because it has not. I'm not saying it's all of the anime, but in what I have seen, in the Kimetsu no Yaiba, it has better. It's linear, yes, but it has better animations in fighting scenes and better, I'd say, story in the most basics parts. It did basic good. And in Naruto, also that's the case. From the length of the Naruto, we could say it's unfair to judge it from the perspective of the anime, but if we judge it from the story itself, 24 episodes could also be better than Naruto. The whole Naruto. If you have places, the villain have places, the further depth and stuff, the kind of stuff which still Bucchigire still compared to those two anime, Naruto and Kimetsu no Yaiba, still lack luster in terms of the story progression, character depth, even the animation, even the placement of the fighting scene. So Bucchigire is not anime that I would recommend people to watch. So because well, if you judge it from the perspective of the view of the there's also all the shonen. There's also more interesting anime to watch. There's also like in the past, um, it's also other anime to watch. So judging from that perspective, the book Jikure seemed lack a lot of the thing that made it seems like an interesting anime to watch. So the anime itself doesn't being that much of the problem, being that much of the like the anime itself is not that bad. It's not that lack in terms of the store in terms of the storytelling or stuff, but it doesn't the basics of it doesn't solid enough, and so doesn't twist it enough to be like the Tag and Titan, be like the Kimetsu no Yaiba. So it's still being so-so.